back to Flow State Reactions. I am Istari and I am here to react to The Lord of the Rings. And this is going to be a music reaction, my very first music reaction. And I have chosen the song Into the West from The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. I'm reading this description here. It was written by Annie Lennox, Fran Walsh, and Howard Shore. And it features Annie Lennox on vocals, okay? Now, I chose this as my first reaction because I watched the inspiration to Into the West, and it was all about Cameron Duncan, and I'm telling you, that story, his story was so inspiring, and it was just so deeply moving, and I loved it. If you saw my reaction, you will be able to see just how much I loved it, and I know that if you've actually seen it, you fell in love with his story as well. It was just really, truly remarkable. And so they touched on the song Into the West a little bit. And so this is just the very first, my reaction to Cameron Duncan is still pretty fresh. I've been reacting to The Lord of the Rings behind the scene appendices for over a year now. I started with the appendices for Fellowship of the Ring. If you haven't seen it, then please, by all means, go to the playlist and just press play. And it's hours and hours and hours of a fun time because these appendices are just truly amazing. And so, yeah, that's how my journey began. And so now that I have completed the Return of the King playlist, for the behind the scenes, I have now moved on to extras and music reactions and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. We're just going to go ahead and get into this song. I am watching, let's see here, Into the West, Annie Lennox lyrics video from The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Okay, so this is the lyric video. So here we go. And I have both of my AirPods in so I can really listen to everything. Now, I am not a musician. I'm not a songwriter. I'm not a singer, any of that, okay? So I'm really here just as a fan, just as a Hobbit myself, and just kind of enjoying the music before I move on to my second viewing of The Return of the King, okay? All right, you guys, here we go. 1, 2, 3, let's flow.
Lay down your sweet and weary head. Night is falling. You've come to journey's end. Sleep now. Dream of the ones who came before. They are calling from across the distant shore. Why do you weep? What are these tears upon your face? Soon you will see all of your fears will pass away, safe in my arms. You're only sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call across the sea? A pale moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home. Dawn will turn to silver glass. through shadows falling out of memory and time. Don't say we have come now to the end. White shores are calling. You and I will meet again, and you'll be here in my arms, just sleeping. What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call across the sea? A pale moon rises. The ships have
I can feel every note in my body.
you home. And all will turn to silver glass. Light on the water, gray ships pass into the west.
Wow. 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 Okay, let me pause it there before it moves on to something else. That was incredible. You know, when you're watching the movie, for me, it was like so much was happening. Had happened, of course, throughout the movie, and it was the most phenomenal movie that I'd ever seen. I'm referring to The Return of the King, which the Into the West was in. So I didn't really get a chance to savor the music, right? To savor the score, to savor the individual songs, because I was just so on the edge of my seat just watching the movie itself, right? And so just the music itself is worthy of recognition. It's worthy of just taking a moment to watch it alone as a standalone piece of artwork, because it is just truly that incredible. It's a masterpiece. Howard Shore, Annie Lennox, and Fran Walsh, they really blew this song out of the water. Like I said, I'm not a musician or a singer-songwriter, anyone who can have a real professional critique of the song itself, but to me, it was just heavenly. And I could feel it in every cell of my body as I was listening to it. Yeah, and it really did stick to me. Just a little bit that they showed in the Cameron Duncan video, it really stuck with me. That chorus, it's so powerful, you know, on the horizon, and just on the horizon, and it's just so you know, it envelops you in a golden light. Like, you really do feel it radiating through your body. It's a very illuminating song, which is why it's so impressive that they were able to come up with it. And the words are perfect. So yes, I am very impressed. I'm going to go ahead and choose another song from the list, but I'm telling you, this was just perfection to me. I wish there was more I could say about it, but perfection just really sums it up. So anyway, yes, my reaction is going to be short for the music videos. It's just all about feeling the music, allowing myself to just be enveloped with it. So for those of you who just want to watch someone just enjoying and relishing in wonderful, perfect music, then I could literally just listen to these songs by myself, but I press record because I know that people enjoy living vicariously through other people's first time reactions. So that's why. But, you know, I really don't have much to add to it other than it was fantastic. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, let's flow.